My name is Genevieve. I'm a paleoanthropologist and rock art researcher, and I study some of the oldest art in the world. I'm here again today for QR 101, the Field Series, Season 3 with World Paleoanthropology, and I am standing behind an actual so, nothing like open your art, but, it was kind of exciting to be in a cave. So, the really quick story on this is that my colleague George Nash and I were working with some engravings right around the corner last year with our colleague Mohammed El Mosa, one of our local Bedouin colleagues. And we, of course, saw cave entrance and had to go look. Paintings, engravings. I mean, so much going on there. Amazing sight. We got so excited, but it was basically dark and we had to go. So it was really sad. We took a few snapshots and agreed we had to come back. So I'm here today. I'm back again. I'm a mess because I've been crawling around this cave for the last few hours. But I absolutely needed to give you a little tour because this cave is mind-blowing. So we've jokingly been calling it the G&G Cave, so the Genevieve and George Cave, or the George and Genevieve Cave, whichever. We were both easy when we don't care whose name comes first. But let me take you up there now, and let's go take a look in the cave. Okay, I've safely scrambled up to the cave now, so I can get the phone back out. And let me introduce you to the G&G Cave in person. So I mean, it's a cave. I mean, open air sites are great and all, but I have to admit, caves feel like home. So it's nice to be hiding out in a cave for a few minutes again. So, like I was saying down below, when George and I found this, it was like right near nighttime. And we quickly got to take a few pictures. Our minds were both blown and we were like, we have to come back. And so I think that what makes this cave so incredible not only is the fact it's got paintings and engravings in it, but is that I think there's multiple periods of painting and multiple periods of engraving. So there's all these different styles in here. So, I mean, it just really proves the point that caves protect things just at a whole other level than what you're going to get on the outside, where you're dealing with geological and erosional weathering, all those kinds of things. So give the art some protection. And I mean, there's thousands of years of human culture in here. So that is really exciting. So let me give you a really quick tour. I'll show you a few of the highlights, okay? I'll show you around the G&G Cave. So to start with, I want to draw your attention to this incredible panel of paintings. You don't see that every day out in the desert. So as you can see, we've got a combination. We've got a big animal here that could be a lion, possibly, was what I was told that might be what that is. We've got some people, maybe with some weapons or something above their heads. We've got what might be a carpet here. So again, this could very well be newer, okay? And you can also see the paint is fairly fresh. It's bright red. But now I want to draw your attention to, if you look right there, can you see how there's something fainter that's underneath that person? So that's an animal, and you can see it clearly using the decorrelation stretch software. Same with underneath that fellow right there. If we look right here, you can see those are the horns of one of their gazelles with its legs. So it's facing upwards. So very, very faded, stronger paint. So what we're probably dealing with is an older layer of paintings underneath, and then a later time, a different culture group came in and painted their own stuff over top. And so again, if you look, let's see if I can turn my angle here. We can look up there. Do you see how there's paintings right there too? So some of those ones appear to be older, which is really cool. And so this is where George and I both agreed. I mean, again, I was able to come here with more time today, do some more serious documentation. So at least, some scans, some good photos with better daylight and more time on my hands. But I mean, this is a cave that will take a little bit to unravel again, because there's definitely a lot going on here. And the pigment colors, there seems to be a couple different colors. There's also, like I said, some different engraving styles too. So let me show you a couple different things here we got. Let's see if I can show you this. So this is where, there's always the question when you're looking at really old engravings, is it real or is it, am I making it up? But here, do you see there is a little person with the arms up? See? There's the body and there's the legs. So there's a little person engraved right here. Okay, and then let's keep going. So this cave is it's tiny, but it's like this cave of treasures. It's fantastic. Okay, I want to draw your attention up to, do you see again those gazelles? But can you see what a different style that is? I'm trying to point It's not working very well, but I'm sure you kind of get the idea, right? You can sort of see them up there. So again, that's a more reddy purple paint, so it looks a little bit different. Also, the style of the horns looks different. Horns, antlers. I'm not sure whether they're those ones that fall off. I think those are horns technically. Can you tell I spend more time normally looking at geometric signs? But yeah, so the horns on that creature are a slightly different style, the way they're made, than they often are with some of the other animals. And here, this is the cool thing, okay? So right there we had the paint. Now look right here. I'm trying to see if I can get far enough back so you can actually see it. Do you see the fact there are engraved ones that are basically the identical style? So there are engraved ones that are basically the identical style right here on this panel on this side. So that side we have the paint, and then this side we have the engravings. But they seem like they may be from the same culture group, which would be incredibly cool and very, very rare. So this is where a multi-day, multi-team study is really what is needed, especially because there are even more way up high above that ledge. There's actually more red paint up there. There's more red paintings. There's a couple animals for sure, possibly also either like an auroch or some sort of wild bull or something like that. So there's a lot going on here. It's a very exciting cave. And I mean, that was just a tiny, teeny tour for you, but just to give you a sense of what it is that we're seeing when we're in the field, and then how our brains start to work about like, well, how are we going to follow up now? What would a more in-depth study look like? What would we need to do? I mean, I think the big question is too, is this a huge rock formation? I've never walked to the right from here. So to admit, I think I might have to take a little walk before we leave today, just to see what could be happening next, right? So there is our amazing G&G cave. I'm so excited to be able to show it to you just briefly, and you'll have to stay tuned to find out more about the different people who lived here, and maybe we're able to get some dates, who knows, get a sense of how old we're talking about here. But I mean, no matter what, multiple people, multiple culture groups, thousands of years of history. It was already a pretty great day, but now it's been just an absolutely amazing day. But honestly, every day has been. We've found so much cool art here. So it's never a dull day in the field. And I'm so glad you've been able to join me this time. Bye for now.